We are just over a minute or so from starting lineups, national anthem, and all of that good stuff here at Studel Financial Arena. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly with you. Thanks for tuning in today, whether you're following on our video streaming through CampbellsvilleTigers.com or listening on 88.7 The Tiger or 104.7 The Score. We appreciate you tuning in here to NAIA basketball, the Lady Tigers and Benedictine Ravens. Lady Ravens will vie for a spot in Sioux City. The winner would meet either Sterling or Dort. Benji Kelly, that game is already late stages of the third quarter, and it's a tight one.
Yeah, Sterling's up 43-41. It's basically been played in a 3 to 4 point margin either way. So two teams going at it, and I believe that's the 4-5 seed. So
Molly Boyle will walk down, and she will sing the national anthem here. So as we get closer to zeros, we will try to go quiet and take Molly's audio. That may not make for great radio depending on how loud it is. Corbin Harris handling the public address. They'll bottom out the last 19 seconds, and we will give way here in just a moment to Molly Boyle, the younger sister of Lady Tiger player Maddie Boyle. And we will send it down to Molly here.
Too shabby.
Between Molly Boyle and our president, Dr. Joseph Hopkins, we have been privy to some really good live national anthems this year. Molly walks off, and you've got guys at the scorer's table giving her
a high five.
Fist bumps as she did a wonderful job. As always, let's take a look at the starting lineups. We are just about ready to get underway for Benedictine, the Lady Ravens, the 8th seed in the Kramer Quadrant, coached by Chad Folsom in his 21st season, assisted by Andy Connolly and Peter Herron. They run out today. Kennedy Nicholson, 5'6", a freshman guard from Goddard, Kansas. Aaliyah Raines, 5'8", a junior guard from Meriden, Kansas. Natalie Smarin, 6'2", a senior forward from Maple Plain, Minnesota. Skylar Washington, 5'10", a senior forward from Gardner, Kansas. And Allie Brzezowski, 6'1", a senior forward from Hera, Oklahoma. Now for Campbellsville University, the number 1 seed in the Kramer Quadrant. Ginger High Colvin in her 15th season. Miranda Denny, Madison Clements, and Madison Faulkner, the assistants for the Lady Tigers. Bailey Pettigo, 5'7", a junior guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Lauren Lee, 5'6", a sophomore guard from Liberty, Kentucky. Lexi Lake, 5'9", a graduate guard from Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Ashley McGeorge, 6 foot, a redshirt senior forward from Tompkinsville, Kentucky. And Courtney Pritchett, 5'8", a redshirt junior forward from Byrdstown, Tennessee. The Lady Tigers tonight in the home grays. Campbellsville across the chest in maroon with white trim, maroon numerals as well. The Tiger paws on each leg of the shorts. And for Benedictine, they are in the road black uniforms here today. And it looks like Benedictine across the chest in red numerals, and white trim around those, and piping down the shorts or around the legs of the Ravens. And we are just about ready to get underway. That's not a true red, at least according to the website, and kind of looking at that jersey. It's not quite into the maroon territory that the Lady Tigers live, but somewhere in between a true red and maroon. McGeorge and Washington to tip it up here. Lady Tigers will go right to left here in the first half. If you're following along on radio, left to right for the Lady Ravens of Benedictine College. And the ball in the air, tap controlled by Benedictine, and Nicholson with the basketball for the Ravens. Out top, ball nearly knocked away early as Smarin has to grab it. Now Raines inside, facing up is Brzezowski. Back to Raines in the corner, double team there. Out, this is Nicholson for three, and that is around and out, no good. Rebound taken in by Smarin again. I think Smarin now 5 off Josh Pound, SID at Benedictine, mentioning she needed 6 rebounds for the all-time record. She gets an early one. Here is Raines at the free throw line, kicking it. Now Nicholson on the wing, 3 to shoot. Raines going to have to throw one up. Inside, throws up a floater, and that is short right back to Raines, and she will tally the first 2. We talked about rebounding.
Yeah, I tell you, the rebounding, offensive rebounds. Campbellsville's got to keep them off the boards. This Benedictine team, you can't give them second chance opportunities.
Lady Tigers on the offensive end. Lexi Lake bounces high post to Pritchett. She'll face up, work off the screen, wants the entry. Has McGeorge. She'll go at Smarin, and well, they're going to get Smarin on a foul.
They didn't see much there, Matt. Didn't see much there.
Must have been on the back end of that coming down.
Because the ball was already off the backboard and in the hands, I believe, of Benedictine. So
this will send McGeorge to the free throw line. First on Smarin, first on the Ravens as a team. First free throw good. McGeorge can tie it up with this second free throw effort. And she does. 2 apiece. We've played just over 1 minute. Lady Tigers going to pick up a little full court pressure here as they'll extend that zone, try to turn this Benedictine team over. Benedictine played against the pressure yesterday. Concordia pressed a lot of the game here inside Smarin. As they break the press, Smarin gets the easy bucket.
Campbellsville did a pretty good job on the front end, but in their rotation there allowed Smarin to get wide open for an easy layup.
Pedigo out front to McGeorge. Now Lee left side on the wing. Waits. Lake clears out top. Lake with a dribble. Needs some help as Raines pressures. Now that's Pritchett going to take a step back jumper. Good for Courtney Pritchett.
I tell you, she has really elevated her game on that mid-range jumper, about 12 to 15 feet.
She fooled me. I thought she was going to immediately look inside to, is that an extra step?
Yep,
it was.
Good call, Mike.
Raines tried to work between Pedigo and Lee. I thought Pritchett immediately was going to dump that pass down into McGeorge a moment ago, put it on the floor, and took the pull-up jumper, knocked it down, tied at 4.
Yeah, Campbellsville did a good job there on that press, double-teaming right when they got across the half-court line and committing that turnover.
Out front, Lexi Lake. Left side, Lauren Lee. They wait. Bluffs the pass to Pedigo, now sends it out to Pedigo. Pritchett holds on the wing, defended by Brzezowski. Wants to drive, finds a cutting Pedigo. Driving inside, now circles back out. Needs help. Lee going to drive against Nicholson. Little contact off glass. Good for Lauren Lee.
How many times have we seen in this year where she absorbs contact and able to get the shot off and score?
It is quite impressive.
It's impressive for a freshman.
Out wide. Here's a jumper for Nicholson. No good. Ball knocked away from Lee. And now Pedigo on the ground. And we're going to have a whistle here that will go against Bailey Pedigo. That's the definition of a hard luck foul.
Yeah, it really is. And, they did a good job blocking out, but Smarin there was able to get a hand on it and knock it away, and as a result, Pedigo commits the foul.
So that's the first on Bailey Pedigo. Nicholson to inbound. Pitches it in here to Brzezowski. Faces up, wants to go left. McGeorge does a nice job to cut her off. Little up and under.
Up and under move.
And that was in the shoot-around. That was a point of emphasis that was Brzezowski's go-to move is that up and under.
Yeah.
And she fakes middle, goes left.
It's a good move. That's old school basketball right there.
Tied at 6. Each of these two teams has had the lead here. Pritchett needs some help. Looking just outside the free throw line. Finds a cutting Lexi Lake. 9 to shoot. Lake working against Raines. Finds McGeorge inside. She gets the deuce. Lexi Lake the dime.
Nice pass there by Lexi Lake.
Ball deflected there by Lake in the backcourt. Raines stops, needs some help. She'll skip it far side to Nicholson. And back to the midcourt logo. Nicholson will orchestrate the offense. Raines going to drive. Left side has it back tapped by Lexi Lake. And now we're going to get together here. The initial whistle is going to favor Campbellsville in the far side official points.
Yeah, it's a good job of the officials getting together there to get that call as a tap out from behind, I believe, by Lexi Lake. And Benedictine ball out of bounds with 14 on the shot clock.
Kyra Mizuraka into the lineup, 6'3" sophomore forward from Mustang, Oklahoma. Nicholson left wing. Now pressured a bit by Lexi Lake. Knocks it free. Did that hit the hand of Nicholson after Lake touched it? They say no.
It was close.
And the shot clock is at 6 seconds here. So this will be a sideline out of bounds. Washington to pitch it in.
Let her have it back there in the deep.
And they'll find Mizuraka. Going to take a shot over the top of Pritchett that is off the mark. Rebound to Pettigo, and somehow comes out of the scrum with it. Left side, Lake can't shoot it. Back to Pettigo. Nifty dribbling.
I'm telling you, behind the back right there in the midst of the tall timber of Benedictine.
Out front, Pritchett works off the McGeorge screen. Wants a rolling McGeorge. Instead, it's a jumper from the free throw line. Courtney swish it.
Yeah, she can nail that shot. And if she read the defense there, they backed off of her. Take the 15-footer.
Raines needs some help. Skips it again to Nicholson. 10-6. Lady Tigers lead by 4. Inside 6 minutes to play here. Washington, a 3, no good. 6 minutes to play first half, I should say. We're down now as Lee will cross the midcourt stripe to about 5:35. Campbellsville looking to extend. Pritchett off the screen. Again at the elbow. Back out. Pettigo will drive. She's cut off there by Brzezowski. And now Pritchett feeds it in. McGeorge goes quickly, and that shot blocked.
It's all right. It's a good move. That's a good quick move. Good defense there. I don't mind that. Campbellsville get a chance here out of bounds, where we know that they got some quick hitters on these out of bounds plays. So look for either McGeorge or Pritchett on a quick hitter here.
Lauren Lee to pitch it in for Campbellsville. 10 to shoot, lobs it in. That's McGeorge. She'll catch, goes one move, and I believe Mizuraka is going to get credited for another block there. But that only took 3 seconds, so still plenty of time for Campbellsville. Pettigo lost her headband there.
It's like I don't need it.
She goes with my approach. She definitely won't need it. 10-6. Lee has it from Pritchett. Out top, Lake can't shoot it. It's knocked away. Somebody going to have to just throw it up. The Lady Tigers won't get a shot off.
Good defense by Benedictine there to kind of come out and hedge on Lexi Lake. She was wanting to catch it, wanting to shoot it, but didn't catch it cleanly enough and allowed the defense to get there and get a hand up. So,
well, and when she turned, Raines was closing out. That may have messed with her a bit as well. Good defense by Benedictine. They forced the shot clock violation. A couple of blocks in that trip for Mizuraka to help the Lady Ravens get a stop. 10-6, Raines with it. Into the corner, Washington. They'll dump to Mizuraka. Sarah Sutton checking in for the Lady Tigers. Dumps it down inside to Brzezowski, and she'll get the bucket down low. Shyla Calvert in there for Campbellsville. 5'5" graduate guard from Bardstown, Kentucky. Sarah Sutton as well, 5'11" junior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky. Maddie Boyle also out there for Campbellsville. They bounce it off the block to Sutton. Now Boyle on around Calvert. Calvert bounces down low. McGeorge faces up briefly, wants to go at Mizuraka. Toes the line, goes up with the shot. Ball is blocked again. Batted out. Washington the other way. 10-8, Campbellsville leads. Benedictine the basketball. Boyle flies out. Brzezowski, right wing, Raines. Finds Mizuraka in the middle. McGeorge and Sutton there, and then ball is knocked away from behind by Pettigo. This will create a scrum on the floor, and the arrow will go to the Lady Tigers. I mentioned Maddie Boyle had checked in, 5'5" junior guard from Milledgeville, Kentucky. Also in for the Lady Tigers now will be Caitlin Wilkes. Wilkes, 6'2", a junior forward from Stanford, Kentucky. And this jump ball will take us to a media timeout. 10-8, the Lady Tigers lead Benedictine here. 4:11 to play in the first quarter. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Med Center Health, you're the reason that we offer advanced orthopedic and sports medicine right here. We know that your active life can't stop for an injury. which is why our UK healthcare orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians offer safe, customized personal care dedicated to getting you on the road to recovery.
Because getting you back to the things that are important to you is important to us.
MedCenter Health has the care you need right here.
Four minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. 10-8, the Lady Tigers lead Benedictine by the slim 2-point margin. Benji Kelly taking a look there at some of those other scores. Fellow Mid-South Conference school Pikeville trailed Bryan by a big number earlier, and now they've cut it.
Down 13 at half, and they've cut it to 3 with about 8.5 to go. So good job by Clifton Williams from Pikeville and his team. And with the upset win yesterday, trying to be the second Mid-South Conference team to punch their ticket to Sioux City, Iowa.
Lady Tigers would love to be one of the Mid-South Conference teams out there. You know, Thomas More has already done their part. Here Campbellsville breaks the press, and now Boyle wants to drive, leaves it out for Sutton, along 2 on the way. That is short. Rebound taken in by Caitlin Wilkes. Another opportunity here for CU. Pettigo out front, works against Washington. Sutton, open 3 is around and out, no good. Wilkes, another rebound, can't quite grab it. I think it got knocked free, may have went off a leg. Into the other end is Nicholson. Into the corner, Washington. Calvert picks her up inside, and that's a new player into the game. That is Twyla Carrasquillo.
Good defense there by Maddie Boyle, putting pressure out there on, is it Mizraca?
I'll tell you, you Benedictine folks, you Benedictine folks have set a record for my call sheet. I use a certain font, and I had to change the font on more names for this Benedictine call sheet than I ever remember having to adjust, but that's part of it.
It is.
As I mentioned, Twyla Carrasquillo. I'm going to butcher that all day. I apologize. As Campbellsville turns it over here, 5'10" junior forward from Verona, Missouri. I want to say Carrasquillo, and I don't. That's not correct. It's Carrasquillo, according to Coach Folsom and Josh Pound. The SID sent the pronunciation chart, and it's still, I was lost on that one. She might be Twyla.
There you go. Or number 21.
Yeah, even better. Here's inside. This pass by Carrasquillo is knocked away, and it comes off to Smarin, and now out open is Nicholson for 3. That is short. Rebound batted out and taken by Boyle. She needs some help, comes long ahead. It's knocked away from Calvert, and it comes to Wilkes. Wilkes gathers, goes up, no good, and we're going to go to the arrow here as she and Smarin tie it up. So a little frenetic action there, fast and furious.
Well, it's, both teams are really getting after it on the defensive end. Both teams pressing. When the ball's down into the post, they're dropping down, double teaming. So a lot of hands flying everywhere.
Ana San Juan into the ball game, 5'7" senior guard from Spain. She'll come far side to Heather Runnebaum, who checked in a moment ago. She is tied up, and we'll go back to the arrow again. As good sportsmanship there between Calvert and Runnebaum. She was trying to just take it away and pulled Calvert with her, which Shyla listed at about 5'5". So.
Yeah, well, Shyla's so quick, she was able to get her hands in there, and that is just a prime opportunity to trap right there as they get across the half court. You've got the 2 end lines, basically, the sideline and the half court line, and Sarah Sutton in there trapping with her, so. Good defense by the Lady Tigers.
Boyle pitches it into the backcourt as Pritchett re-enters. Faith Lake makes her first appearance. 5'9" graduate guard from Harrodsburg, Kentucky. She wears number 11. Here is Lauren Lee. Has Lake open on the wing. Finally gets it to her. Wants to drive. Bounces. That is Wilkes off glass. You betcha.
Nice pass Wilkes there by Faith Lake. A little penetration there to the free throw line. And good bounce pass. Caitlin off the.
Heavy pressure in the backcourt by the Lady Tigers. Very active defensively. They have Washington open on the wing right side. That is no good. Karam's off. Rebound is battled for. We'll double thumbs again. We had several of those yesterday.
We had 9 yesterday. We've already got 3 here tonight. So
12-8. Campbellsville leads by 4. Less than 2 minutes to play.
Set a record for NAIA jump balls.
We are getting our fair share this weekend. They pitch it in. That's San Juan knocked away. Can Lee run it down? No. Washington gets there first. Lee going to have to get back into the play. Numbers for Benedictine briefly, but they cannot take advantage. San Juan holds it. Needs some help. Out front, that is Smarin. And now Runabaum with it. Needs some help with 2 seconds. Smarin going to have to make a move and go. Throws one up off glass. They'll wave it off. A shot clock violation. Smarin needed another, half second maybe, Benji?
Yeah, and here's the thing. In the opening round,
no reviews.
No reviews.
So Campbellsville was stopped at the shot clock violation earlier by Benedictine. They return the favor here this time.
Only in the final 16 are reviews.
Lady Tigers pitch it ahead and break the pressure. So these two teams counter-punch here of this full-court defense. Out front, Wilkes holds it. Waits, leaves it with Lee. Lee wants to drive, stops at the free throw line, crossover drive, no good. Wilkes the rebound, she's fouled.
What a crossover.
That is deceitful, Lauren Lee.
My goodness, what a
She may have to go, if we were Catholic, we'd send her to the confessional after that. That was nasty.
Wow.
Mercy, Benji, what a move. The only thing she didn't do was finish. So that foul will go against Smarin, I believe. Yes, and that's 2 on Smarin, so that's worth monitoring here. Just over a minute to play in this first quarter. Lee going to get
foul there on 44.
Fouled here, and that will be the third in the period. This one will go on Mizuraka. Well, that would be one way to slow down this post game of Benedictine if you can get enough of them in foul trouble. You've already got Smarin with 2. Now Mizuraka picks up 1. Pritchett going to work against Brzezowski. Cut off there. We'll slow it down. Leaves it with Boyle. Boyle wants to penetrate. She'll take the pull-up jumper from 14 feet. No good. Wilkes had it briefly, but Raines did a nice job to knife in there and take it away. Check that. Is that? Yes, that is Raines. Raines stops, needs some help, pitches it out. Nicholson again for 3, and that one is hard. Rebound taken by Lake as it came out long. That's Faith Lake. Lake bounces ahead. Pritchett, right wing, triple, bang! Courtney Pritchett and Edward Jones, 3.
Great pass from Lauren Lee to set up Courtney to where she just could catch it, step right up to the line, and nail that Edward Jones 3.
Brzezowski over to Runabaum, and now right side Nicholson has it back. Cutting is Mizuraka's step. 16 and a half seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Lady Tigers.
And see, Matt, here's a big possession right here because we're going to get the ball if there's not another jump ball called here in this last 16.6 seconds. So this is a big possession. The Campbellsville could almost get a 2-for-1 here.
So Coach Folsom will bring Riley Wade in here for this last possession potentially of the first quarter. Wade, a 5'9" sophomore guard from Olathe, Kansas. Here, Pritchett gets even. And we'll slow down. They'll hold for 1. 9 seconds. Lee taps the head. Crossover. Drives in. Splits defenders. And an offensive foul called against Lauren Lee.
Should have passed it.
Lauren had a lot of success with that yesterday. And you wonder if might take her a moment to a little more length here across the board for Benedictine than what you saw at Rochester.
And you probably saw that they scouted that and just knew to stay with it.
Here as the buzzer will sound before Brzezowski can even hoist the effort. And that is where the first quarter will come to a close here. 15-8 the score. The Lady Tigers lead it over Benedictine College as Campbellsville holds Benedictine to just 8 first quarter points. We'll step away, take a timeout, come back and look at some of the numbers. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
(15-8) the score. The Lady Tigers lead Benedictine 10 minutes showing on the clock. We get ready to begin second quarter action. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly here in Bowling Green, Kentucky at Stouffville Financial Arena. Thanks for joining us today on CampbellsvilleTigers.com, our watch portal for video streaming, as well as our radio outlets, 88.7 The Tiger and 104.7 The Score. Doing it all here, and the Lady Tigers tried to do it all this weekend, pick up a couple of wins, punch their ticket to Sioux City. Benedictine would like to go back home to Kansas for a few days and then to Sioux City after an upset. We'll see what shakes out over the next 30 minutes. Inside, Campbellsville has it batted away briefly. McGeorge gathers, goes up, can't finish. Pritchett grabs the rebound. Lady Tigers are going to be called for steps as Pritchett wanted to pitch it out to Lee, but had to wait for Lee to clear the mid-court stripe. She had backed off a bit, I believe, Benji.
She had, and just kind of got it in between there, and as a result, committed that turnover.
Long the other way. Raines inside. That is Wade. And back out to Raines. Nicholson hounded here by Calvert. Nicholson picks up her dribble. Brzezowski out top. And now Wade. They want the entry to Mizuraka. Can't get it to her. Now does. Mizuraka catches. Faces up and kicks it into the corner. Now Raines, 3 to shoot. Going to take a free throw line jumper. Good for Aaliyah Raines.
That's a good use of the shot clock there for Benedictine. Used all 30 seconds of it. Good ball movement.
15-10. Campbellsville by 5. Looking for their first points of this second quarter. Out front, Faith Lake. Bounces to Lee. Pritchett rolls through. Now McGeorge sets the screen. Back to Pritchett. Pritchett open. 3 on the way. Bang! Courtney Pritchett again with an Edward Jones payout.
Little hesitation there. They backed off of her. Gave her enough room to get that 3 up in her second three-pointer here this afternoon.
Raines has it knocked out of bounds as she went cross-court to Nicholson, and Pritchett having herself a bit of a stretch right now.
Yeah, I tell you, she really is. And, she battled yesterday. It was a physical game, but I tell you what, she is one of the most fierce competitors you'll ever meet in Courtney Pritchett.
She's one of those that you hate playing against her, but boy, you'd love for her to be on your team. And it's a 10-second call. How about that?
How about that?
I didn't even catch it, Benji.
I didn't either.
Courtney Pritchett knocked that away, and Benedictine. So now are they going to say that the initial pass crossed it and then
there wasn't a possession held, though.
So I'm not sure what the rule is on that. They threw it across the line. Pritchett knocked it back into the backcourt, but Benedictine never did possess it in the front court. So it will be Benedictine basketball.
I guess they're saying that Courtney actually possessed it and then knocked it out of bounds, and as a result,
the shot clock didn't reset.
Should reset to 20.
Here inside, Mizuraka does a nice job battling through Pritchett and McGeorge to get a bucket. These posts for
they're phenomenal.
Benedictine are a handful.
Well, they're all confidence.
Back to work, the Lady Tigers. Right wing is Lee, bounces to Pritchett. McGeorge sets the screen. Pritchett goes with it, working against Brzezowski. Backdoor cut by Faith Lake. Goes reverse, sticks it off glass.
Yeah, good pass. Courtney Pritchett, Faith Lake loves that reverse layup.
Campbellsville again pressuring. They'll go far side now to Nicholson once again. Nicholson works that far baseline typically in that press break. Raines with a ball fake. Driving, now cut off by Lee. Bounces. They'll kick it left side. Wade cut off by Calvert. Campbellsville very active defensively. Raines again on the wing. Brzezowski baseline jumper on the way. That's hard. Rebound taken in by Shyla Calvert.
She may got hit.
Yeah, I think she may have gotten hit in the eye. Lee out. Pritchett now going to take the pull-up. No, leaves it with Lee. I thought she was going to take the 3. Took one dribble in. Now Lee gets a lane. Leaves it off. Ashley McGeorge, the hoop. Lauren Lee, the helper.
What a offensive class by Lauren Lee.
22-12. Campbellsville forces Coach Chad Folsom to take a full timeout. The Lady Tigers up by 10. The first time today the lead has been double figures. We'll step away, take a timeout. 7:17 remaining in this first half. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. As veterans, we can tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. But you've never been interested in easy. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
(22-12), the Lady Tigers lead Benedictine here in Stoutel Financial Arena. Matt Payton and the former Tiger Benji Kelly, the Hall of Famer here, as Campbellsville trying to take a trip out to Sioux City. We have already made some arrangements, Benji. It's one of those things you're
well, you got
darn
to.
if you do, darn if you don't. You got to look ahead a little bit, but you don't want to count your chickens before they hatch. You play good teams like Rochester and Benedictine. Nothing is easy.
It's not.
And it's a hard tournament to win in such a short amount of time, maybe the most difficult of tournaments to try to.
Well, they do say it is. It's the hardest tournament because you play – basically, you're playing 6 games now that they've got the opening round a week earlier. It used to be 6 games in 7 days, which, or actually it was 5 games. Yeah, now that they added the 64th team, which I like that. I love the fact that there's 64 teams. It feels like a true March Madness scenario.
Well, and you got, a situation now where maybe a 12 might advance,
Absolutely.
which is cool stuff.
Yeah.
Pikeville can hold on against Bryan. 22-12, Pikeville, of course, a fellow Mid-South Conference school, so we're rooting for them a bit as Raines works with it. Sarah Sutton chases. Now they dump it down inside. Oh, that's a walk. No call, and now we'll have a foul call against Wilkes. So tough break there for the Lady Tigers.
7 steps there.
Brzezowski shuffled the feet just a bit, and I guess they can't get them all.
They can't.
22-12, 6:56 to play here in the second quarter. Brzezowski 68% on the season, sinks the first. 16 points from 1,000 entering play today.
Second team all-conference.
They had several players on the all-conference honorable, I think a handful.
They actually could have had a starting 5.
Starting 5 of all-conference first, second, and honorable mentions, as Brzezowski gets both.
And actually, you look at their starting 5, and they were all the...
They were the ones, so there you go. That explains why they are here in this spot,
Exactly.
one of the final 32 standing, as it is a 22-14 game. Campbellsville back on the offensive end with the 8-point lead. Pettigo works far side. Ooh, they've left Sutton briefly. Pettigo knifes her way down low, working against Washington. Throws one up, and Bailey Pettigo, it wasn't pretty, but they don't grade them.
If you get bonus points for the amount of dribbles, she got about 10 right there.
She kind of threw that up like she didn't really trust it, but she was in front of the rim, and I think when I get here, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
24-14. I'll have a laugh with Bailey over that one later, hopefully.
Foul there on Sarah Sutton, her first team second.
Sutton in the backcourt picks up the foul. Nicholson pressured by Lake. Big screen set by Brzezowski. On around Washington, now Raines. Raines wants to drive inside, but runs into Sutton, lost the handle, and it goes out of bounds. So Sarah Sutton picks up a foul in the backcourt that does a nice job inside, standing her ground, forces the turnover.
Well, Sarah's a strong player, especially down there on the post. You're not going to move her around, and she did a good job there on defense.
Campbellsville works against the pressure. A nice job here. And Lee will slow it down. Between the circles, on the dribble, left side open, Sutton, 3, bang, shooting, Sutton, and Edward Jones triple.
She can shoot it.
And they throw it away. Nicholson was looking for, that's a new player, that is Jennifer Jacobs in the lineup, the 6'1 freshman forward from Wichita, Kansas.
One going one way, they thought they were going the other, and just unforced error. Campbellsville an advantage here to build on this 13-point lead.
27-14, Lady Tigers pitch it in. Lee gets it back from Pettigo. Sarah Sutton hit the 3 a moment ago. Now Lexi Lake straight away, left wing. Lee dribbles. Pettigo waits. Sutton clears. Nice defense by Jacobs. Hand down, though. 3 on the way. Bang! Sarah Sutton again.
I tell you what.
And just like that, it is a 16-point Lady Tiger lead.
Back-to-back threes from Sarah Sutton.
Brains off the wing. Inside, Jacobs works against Wilkes. Nice spin move. Can't finish. Brzezowski tapped it. It went off the hands of Jacobs then and out of bounds.
Great defensive positioning on the rebound in there for the Lady Tigers. Obviously, Benedictine got their hand up on it, but can't turn over or out of bounds. Campbellsville a chance to build here again. I'd get it to Sutton.
I think this might be a heat check right here.
That's right.
They might set 4 screens.
Yeah.
Sutton sets one for Lake. They bounce it to her out top. They've got her in the corner. Oh, that's not moving. And Sutton around and out there. I don't think Bailey was moving there, was she?
No, she wasn't. They were
if anything, she may have been getting her arms up in front to try to set the screen, but I think her feet were set. Tough one there. Goes against Bailey. And that'll be the second on Pedigo, third on the Lady Tigers. McGeorge back in. Calvert and Boyle back in as well. Lexi Lake, Caitlin Wilkes, and Bailey Pedigo check out. So the Lady Tigers will throw multiple bodies at Benedictine here today. Raines wants to drive. Cut off by McGeorge. Pitches one out. This is Washington. What a move protecting the basketball. Benji just couldn't finish the floater.
It was a good offensive move. She almost stepped out of bounds on the sideline, but
Lee inside. Cut off. Bounces it out to Calvert. Little ball fake. Now out to Sutton.
shoot it.
Spoken like a true shooter.
I'm telling you. Sometimes the goal is just so big, and I think that's just what it's feeling right now for Sarah Sutton.
Calvert with a ball fake, drives, works against Nicholson, and she draws the foul. Calvert with a nice, strong, aggressive move.
Played really well yesterday. Shyla Calvert off the bench hit a couple three-pointers, and they're able to use her dribbling skills and able to get to the rim.
Pritchett will check in. Sarah Sutton will get a breather here for the Lady Tigers. 30-14 the score, 4:15 to play in the first half as Calvert misses the first free throw. That foul on Nicholson, her first on the Ravens in the period. And Calvert gets the second. Two of the best coaches in all of the NAIA going at it here this afternoon. Coach Folsom has been at Benedictine for 21 years, well over 400 wins. Coach Colvin collected her 400th win this season. Looking for help here is Brzezowski and throws one up. And they're going to call Campbellsville for a foul. That's on Lauren Lee.
Her second.
That's her second, team fourth.
2 on Lauren, 4 on the Lady Tigers as a team. And Brzezowski will go back to the free throw line.
Brzezowski, as you said, 68% from the free throw line this year.
It's that one, 31-15 the score.
Second team all-conference. It's the Heartland Athletic, right?
Heart of America.
Heart of America, that's right.
Athletic Conference. Second free throw for Brzezowski is good as well.
Game for the Lady Ravens, number 44, Kyra Mizuraka.
Mizuraka back in.
Benedictine coming down to a zone. Looks like a 2-3 zone
Put
here.
Sutton back in.
Yeah.
31-16. Lee, as Raines pressures a bit out wide, far side, and nearly knocked it away. Calvert had to stay with it. Boyle bounces. This is Pritchett, wide open jumper on the way. Good for Courtney Pritchett. She and Sutton both feeling really good shooting it.
Absolutely, Courtney. Those mid-range actually knocked down a couple of threes already.
Mizuraka comes near side to Nicholson. Stays out of the corner. Back to Mizuraka. Post feed to Carrasquillo. And now Mizuraka again. Carrasquillo with the jumper. No good. Rebound to McGeorge. She's nearly knocked down, but able to get it off to Lee. Pritchett off the wing. Won't shoot. Boyle. One dribble. Back to Pritchett. Didn't catch it clean, or that may have been on the way. 33-16 the score. Boyle between the circles. 3 minutes to play first half. Pritchett dumps one over the top for McGeorge. And Mizuraka knocked it away. What a hustle play by Washington.
Absolutely.
It's dangerous to save it underneath, but when she kind of smacked it, and I don't know, maybe it's all she could do, but hit it right off the foot of McGeorge.
Yeah, heads-up play there by Benedictine.
Nicholson with the basketball. Comes long ahead to Mizuraka. And what do we got here? Over and back. I missed it. Tough one on Mizuraka.
I don't know about that call, man.
I'm not saying they were wrong, but I didn't see it.
I didn't either. I thought she was a good 2-3 feet past it.
That's the way it looked to me, unless she, I don't know, caught it. I don't know. Anyway, Campbellsville the basketball once again. Boyle, the ball fake, now goes far corner to Sutton, back out to Boyle. Pritchett at the free throw line. One dribble, elbow, Boyle straight away, 3 on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle gets into the action with an Edward Jones 3.
Tell you what, she had, was it 3 3-pointers yesterday?
3 of them yesterday.
Yeah, she's feeling it as well.
Here is Mizuraka into the corner, Washington. Cross-court pass picked off. Sutton looked like a safety there.
She did there.
Here comes Boyle. She'll sprint ahead. Trailer, Sutton, three on the way. Bang! Sarah Sutton. 3 first-half trifectas for our friends shooting Sutton. 39-16 the score. And this will bring a timeout by Coach Chad Folsom, a 30-second timeout, Benji. And when the Lady Tigers, the defense always travels. You never really worry about that. But when they're shooting the basketball like this today, it's a tall order for just about anybody.
Campbellsville is 6 of 7, Matt, from downtown. You compound that with Benedictine, they're 0 of 5, 6 of 18 overall, 33%. But Campbellsville is just shooting the lights out. 62.5% overall, 85% from three-point range. Benedictine's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Campbellsville 3 of 4. So I tell you what, if Campbellsville keeps shooting the ball like this, and this is what we've known that they can do throughout the year. They've just had a lot of injuries, adversity, but here we are playing our best basketball at the right time.
39-16. Benedictine scored 8 points in the first quarter. They've got 8 thus far through the first 8+ minutes of the second quarter. In the corner, Washington open. McGeorge with a nice closeout. Oh, man, that hit the top of the backboard. It may not have hit it because they let it, it was a play on. Campbellsville the other way.
If it doesn't hit anything up there other than the top, they let it play on. But that was an awkward shot there.
Pritchett works right side of the lane against Brzezowski and gets it to stick off the side of the rim and down.
Wow, good strong move, Courtney Pritchett. And that's a result of those mid-range jumpers. They came out and guarded her, and that time she put it on the floor and got to the rim.
41-16, Campbellsville all over Benedictine here in the first half as Brzezowski drive. Oh, man, McGeorge hit hard there. I hope her elbow didn't hit first.
She's tough.
So that'll go against Mizuraka.
She's tough like her mom.
Definitely not like her dad. Mizuraka's second. Caitlin Wilkes will check back in. McGeorge will go have a brief visit with trainer Josh Williams.
She's fine. She's smiling, and I think it just...
She didn't even want to talk to the Englishman. And Campbellsville back to work here. Calvert checking out, I believe. And she is going to visit with Josh Williams. So Shyla, a little discomfort. That knee's given her problems before, and this pass deflected as Boyle couldn't get it ahead safely. And Mizuraka had to use all that 6'3" frame to save it. Now Washington defended by Pritchett. Less than a minute to play in this first half. Out to Rain straight away. Hounded by Boyle. Lake flashes. Nearly took it away. Mizuraka into the corner wide open. Nicholson catches. 3 on the way. That is no good. Sutton the rebound for Campbellsville. 40 seconds to play first half. Pritchett the other way. Now Boyle defended by Washington. Boyle dumps it down low. Wilkes going to work against Mizuraka, and oh man, they're going to call a hook or charge.
Wilkes, that's her second, team fifth.
Didn't see that either.
Here's the thing, and that you don't penalize Mizuraka for being 6'3", but you got to be able to make some type of move down there. They're going to be physical. So Wilkes picks up her second. 5 on the Lady Tigers as a team. Right side Washington. 15 seconds. Shot clock is off. Here is Raines open 3. That is no good. Rebound taken by Wilkes and double thumbs, you bet. This will go to Benedictine, which that may not be the worst thing in the world, Benji. They get 8.7 to work instead of the basketball to begin the second half. We'll update some scores. The Pikeville-Bryan game went into overtime, Benji. Oh, man.
Bryan's up 1 with 53 seconds left.
We'll look at some more of those at halftime. Brzezowski catches, defended by Pritchett, drives. Pritchett knocked it away. It's on the deck, and McGeorge will pick it up with 2 seconds. Don't tie it up. And that's where the first half will end, as the two teams were battling over the loose ball for the final 6 seconds of the period. Campbellsville heads to the locker room holding Benedictine to 8 points in each of the first 2 periods, as the Lady Tigers lead it 41-16. The winner of this game will play Dordt as they knock off Sterling. That not a home game for Dort, as they're about an hour or so, I think, up the road from Sioux City. But either of these two clubs, Campbellsville or Benedictine, would be glad to make the trip and give it their best shot. We'll step away here, take a timeout, come back and look at the numbers that made up the first half. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
It's Pseudo Financial Arena in Bowling Green, Kentucky for the final time this season. Whatever happens, it's been our home for the last 5 ball games for Campbellsville University's Lady Tigers. 3 wins in the conference tournament. Back here for the national tournament, the opening round. Benji, some other games have gone final. As we take a look at those, Thomas More, of course, made their way to the round of 16 with a win earlier. Fellow Mid-South Conference school Pikeville just couldn't quite pull it out.
Yeah, got beat in overtime, 90-86, and they actually led by about 4 or 5 with 1:13 to go in regulation, and as a result, kind of lost that lead and went to overtime against Bryan. And Bryan, actually a team that Campbellsville faced last year in this second round, and beat Bryan down in Lakeland, Florida. So this will be Bryan's first trip to Sioux City, Iowa. And I believe they've got actually a really good record.
Well, and I don't know, Bryan may have been when they were still D2. I don't know if Bryan had been out there, but congratulations to Bryan College. That would have been interesting. It would have set up a Thomas More Pikeville matchup once again. You would have had 2 Mid-South schools facing off, and we know that Dort has already advanced, so the winner of this game will take on Dort there out of Iowa. Clark advancing over Mid-America Christian. I believe
Indiana Wesleyan advances over Midway. Hey, we're back to action.
Lexi Lake, 3 on the way. Bang! That's got to feel good for number 12.
I tell you.
And Pettigo nearly takes one away in the backcourt. 44-16 the score. If you're Coach Folsom, you give maybe a rah-rah speech or something to try to rally the troops, and they come out and nail a three on you to start the half. As this pass stolen. That was picked off by Pritchett. She'll bounce across the paint to Pettigo. Can't finish. And the rebound taken in by Smarin as Brzezowski had that pass picked off by Pritchett. Lady Tigers come up empty. 44-16 the score. Smarin around right side to Washington. They dump it down low. This is Brzezowski. She needs help and won't get it. Pritchett takes it away. We will go to the possession arrow here as the ball was tied up just long enough in the eyes of the officials, and it will stay with Benedictine here. Carroll knocks off Loyola to advance. We'll keep going through some of these scores as we get them. Pitching it in here is Nicholson. And now Washington back to Nicholson in the corner. Here's Raines off the wing. Little ball fake. Pull up off the elbow on the way. No good for Raines. Rebound to Smarin, and she gets the second chance bucket. Lady Tigers dealing with Washington in the backcourt. Lee will come long ahead to Pettigo. Bounces to Pritchett. 8:52 to play, third quarter. Pettigo driving baseline, gets around Brzezowski and gets the lay-in.
Yeah, she missed that earlier layup because she used her right hand. She's left-handed, and that time was able to get.
McGeorge with a little bit of a push there, trying to keep up with Smarin. It looked a little worse than it was.
25, Ashley McGeorge. That's her first. Team first.
That'll be the first on McGeorge. First on the Lady Tigers. Washington pitches it in to Raines in the corner. She'll drive baseline. Bounces to Smarin out front. And now back to Washington in the corner. 3 on the way. Short. Long rebound right back to Washington. She'll drive again. Baseline. Kicks it out to Raines. Holds it. And now wants to drive herself. Runs into McGeorge. Falls down. And that works out just like a pass off the backboard right to Brzezowski.
So the question is, are they going to give her a missed shot or an assist on that? Either way, end result is what they wanted.
Open Lake 3. Bang! Lexi Lake! Another Edward Jones 3 here in the second half.
Yeah, I tell you, it's good to see her hitting some shots.
McGeorge knocks it away. Pettigo has it. She'll drive. Left block. Shot up. No good. McGeorge is fouled, I believe, or are they going to go to the arrow?
They called a foul, push down low.
And that's going to be on Brzezowski.
Brzezowski, that's her first, team first.
Good steal there by Ashley McGeorge.
George knocked it away. Heads up play in the backcourt. I guess it was right around midcourt. Lee pitches it in here to Pritchett. Faces up, back out to Lee straight away. 49-20. Campbellsville leads by 29 points. Pritchett looking, waits, gets the screen. They're going to get McGeorge for a moving screen, and that's going to be her second. And I guess the issue would be was there much contact? She was moving, but it didn't appear to be much contact, Benji. I guess it doesn't take much.
Well, it doesn't take much, and actually I was looking at the ball and not the screen, so immediately Caitlin Wilkes up off the bench and in for McGeorge.
Out front with the basketball is Nicholson. Both of these teams missing key players. Of course, Campbellsville without Madison Shepard have been all year. Leah Kramer for Benedictine got hurt mid-season. Average 10 points a game, 25 minutes played as Nicholson fires a three. That's no good. Rebound knocked away from Lee by Brzezowski, and it goes off the noggin, I believe, of Caitlin Wilkes. 49-20 remains our score here at Stuttle Financial Arena in Bowling Green. Nicholson pitches it into Brzezowski. And now it's Smarin. Works, spins, and turns right into Wilkes. Can't finish the shot. Ball knocked out of bounds as Brzezowski poked it away from Pedigo.
Campbellsville did a good job there of blocking out Brzezowski there. She's long and able to reach over the top, but they put just enough body on her that she couldn't quite grab it and knocked it out of bounds. So Campbellsville a chance here to get this thing to 30 points. They're playing really, really good basketball right now.
Twyla Carasquillo back into the lineup for Benedictine. 49-20. Right wing Pritchett cutting his Lake, and she's bumped by Raines as Raines
calling it a little more closer here this second half than they did the first half. There wasn't really much there either, Matt.
So Raines picks up her first. Second on Benedictine. Lexi Lake with the basketball. Right wing run off the spot. Pritchett, she'll drive into the corner. Lake bounces back to Pritchett, faces up, wants Wilkes, going to drive. Across the right side of the lane, goes up for a scoop shot, no good. Wilkes, the rebound, needs some help, and we will go back to the double thumb.
Number 7 for today. It's 16 in 2 games, Matt. I'm telling you, that's got to be a record.
I'm tired of saying double thumbs. I'm going to have to change it up.
You have to ask Sheldon if he can go in there. And
here is Pedigo, the baseline out of bounds play. Missed the shot. Bailey falls down. I'm not sure if there was some contact or just a poor effort by Bailey. Just couldn't quite get it to go. Now Carasquillo going to come to the near side. Off the wing is Washington. That three no good. Poor Benedictine just cannot buy one today.
They've had some great looks too, and they're just not falling.
You kind of feel for them. We've been in that spot before in this tournament, and it's just one of those days. 49-20, 6 minutes to play third quarter. Lake circles. Washington does a nice job to stay with her. Pritchett open, however, three on the way, short, and the rebound will go out long. Maddie Boyle going to check in here for Bailey Pedigo.
And for Benedictine, number 12, Heather Wanama.
You're talking about some of those other scores, Matt. I believe Clark, Iowa beat Mid-America,
Clark won.
Mid-America. Clark, our former assistant SID, Brett Tadola, will be making that trip to Iowa. And actually, he's even put it out there on Twitter that you got a Clark Campbellsville final.
Well,
I'll take that.
Sign me up for the final. I don't care who we play. We can play the Monstars. We did that one time, if you remember.
Oklahoma City.
Is here inside shot missed by Benedictine. That Oklahoma City team was outstanding.
They were.
As Carasquillo going to be hit for the foul in the backcourt.
Yeah, they would have beat a couple Division I teams.
That's their first team. Third, entering for the Lady Tigers, number 11, Faith Lake.
So that's the first on Carasquillo and the third on Benedictine.
Good to see Shala back in there. So I know she had a little injury there that first half. Josh was actually looking at her even after they come out of the halftime.
Back to work here are the Lady Tigers. Wilkes out front. Boyle, left wing, on the dribble. Calvert out top. 5:15 to play, third quarter. Campbellsville leads 49-24. Sutton long, two, short, too close, Sarah.
She was actually to get her feet set on that one.
5:05 to play now, third quarter. Runabaum dumps it down low. Carrasquillo going to go to work against Wilkes. Shot no good, gets her own miss. Back out, Washington open. Three on the way for Washington is good. And finally Benedictine, 25 minutes into the ball game, gets one to go from deep.
Yeah, well, and that's what you got to just keep shooting. Eventually they're going to fall.
49-23. Sutton off the wing. Out front, Faith Lake. On around left side, Maddie Boyle. Calvert flashes out top. She has it. Wants the back door cut. It's not there. Faith Lake working off the Wilkes screen. Lake going to drive. Left-hand shot off glass. Won't go.
Good block out in Arasaka there.
And the other way, Washington catches right in front of the Benedictine sideline. Crossover. Nice move. Gets a step. Now stops as Wilkes flies out to help a bit. Mizuraka out. Holding it is Runabaum. Working against Boyle, gets around her, but runs into Wilkes, and we're going to have a whistle here going against Caitlin Wilkes.
Foul number 33, Caitlin Wilkes.
And it's going to be 3 on Wilkes. You've got 2 on McGeorge, so the plot thickens a bit here for Lady Tiger fans, as this will bring us to a media stoppage with 4:05 to play in the third quarter. Campbellsville leads 49-23. They've been stuck on that 49 number for a bit. We'll see if they can't get a bucket here shortly as they lead big over Benedictine. 14 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. In this one, you're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. (49-23). Campbellsville leads Benedictine here in the NAIA opening round. The round of 16 awaits the winner. Dort knocked off Sterling earlier in a close one. Benji and I were kind of monitoring that throughout, and it was neck and neck. Dort.
I don't think there was more than a 3 or 4 point lead that whole game for either team.
Dort pulls it out late as Runabaum goes to the free throw line here. Free throw is good.
Another game just went final, Matt. Central Methodist over Talladega in a blowout.
Yeah, that may have been 2 of the most athletic,
yes,
talented teams you'll see. Central Methodist, no stranger to these Benedictine Raven fans that are listening. Central Meth got beat in their conference finals by Clark, so a couple of Hart schools already punching their ticket to Sioux City. Inside, McGeorge hands it to Lake. Across the lane, Sutton, 3. Bang! Sarah Sutton's 4th trifecta of the day.
Yeah, when she gets her feet set, she is deadly from 3-point range.
As this pass, and McGeorge going to pick up her 3rd foul. She reached over trying to poke one free from Raines.
I realize what she's trying to do there, but she needs to also realize that they're going to call that.
That and what, 25 feet from the basket?
Yeah, exactly. Just go ahead and let them have that pass and get out there and put a little defensive pressure, and then allow the guard to come and bump you down to get down there in the post.
Lady Tigers will go a bit smaller here, as Pritchett will handle the 5. Sutton at the 4 spot for Campbellsville. They dump it over the top for Mizuraka. Pritchett does a nice job. Faith Lake helps, and now back out to Runabaum. She circles away from Lexi Lake and took a little hop step there.
Good defensive pressure there by Lake and Maddie Boyle. Good defense.
Lake and Boyle going to check out. That is Faith Lake checking out. Maddie Boyle out as well. Lauren Lee back in there, and is Pedigo, I believe, coming back in for CU. Lee out to Pedigo. Ball deflected. Lee has to track it down. She'll come long ahead to Sutton. Catches and back to Lee in the middle. Lee, trailer, Sutton, 3 on the way, around and out. And I tell you, those folks on the
They
far
were ready.
side would have went bananas. Had that one went through. Here out front is San Juan. Now it finds Runabaum in the corner. 3 on the way, no good. And Pettigo down there battling for it. And that's going to go off of Ana San Juan. Or is that Carrasquillo over there? Carrasquillo, I believe, the last Lady Raven to touch it. Nicholson back in. Washington in. Brzezowski, Smarin in there. And Raines, I believe Raines stayed on the floor. 52-25 the score. Pettigo to Lauren Lee. Back to Pettigo. Far side on the wing. Driving. Pettigo. Little contact. Spills to the floor. Whistle sounds. And I believe Bailey Pettigo will take a trip to the nail. That's on
32, Raines.
So 2 on Aaliyah Raines. 4 on Benedictine. And Bailey Pettigo at the stripe here for Campbellsville. 52-25.
Campbellsville is only their 5th free throw of the night, but they've been deadly from downtown. They hadn't needed to go to the free throw line.
It's been the other line that's paid out this evening. Pettigo gets both, and I believe back to a 29-point lead, matches the largest for the Lady Tigers today. Nicholson with the basketball, goes behind the back, working against Lexi Lake. Now Lee defends Raines. And out into the corner, this is Washington for 3, and Skylar Washington starting to.
Well, it's one of those things when you see the first one go in, then the second one's a lot easier. So she's too good of a shooter. Just had some rough luck there in that first half.
Far side, Lexi Lake again, 3.
Prime
Bang!
example.
Lexi Lake climbing the all-time list for the Lady Tigers.
Prime example there. Since her injury, she's only had 2 3-pointers, and then here tonight, 3. Coming at the right time.
Now up to 237 in her career. Raines open. She'll try the answer. And back and forth we go here.
Here we go. This is what we expected. You know, this Benedictine team, they're good on the inside, can shoot the ball also on the outside. At that first half, they just ran into a buzzsaw of Campbellsville.
57-31, 140 to play in the third quarter. Pettigo, left wing. Raines gives chase. Pettigo on the dribble. Has Sutton out front. They close out quickly. Pritchett faces up. Ball fake goes at Smarin. Shot off glass good for Pritchett.
Woo! Courtney Pritchett with some moves there.
That's a major league
That is.
move there. Again, you mentioned it earlier. You hit a couple of those mid-range shots. They close out a little more snug, and I don't think Smarin can match the foot speed battle. Raines driving, a little floater over the top of Pritchett. No good. Pettigo was kind of doubled over there.
Well, she's trying to block out.
Number 35, Skylar Washington.
It's going to be on Washington there on that foul. That'll be her first. 5 on the Ravens, and this will send Lexi Lake to the free throw line here. 1:04 to play in the third quarter. 59-31 the count.
So opportunity for Lexi to go to double digits here tonight. It's already hit those 3 threes here, all in the second half.
And this free throw pops off for Lexi.
A little too close for her, I guess.
Yeah, she and Sutton stay out deep there.
There we go.
That free throw is good. 60-31 the score. 1 minute to play third quarter. Nicholson out front to Brzezowski. Right wing, Raines into the corner, Washington again, and she's going to be fouled as Sutton tried to close out. Washington had hit a couple, maybe a little bit of desperation there for the Lady Tigers to get to her. And Washington will go to the free throw line here for 3 shots.
Washington on the year from the free throw line, 63%.
Free throw is good.
This Benedictine team's perfect from the free throw line here tonight. 7 of 7.
Second free throw is good as well. Based on the averages, she would hit 2 of 3, right?
Yep. That's supposedly is how that's supposed to work.
And that's how it worked. As
Lauren
Lee is bumped, Washington goes down. I think that's probably a good play on there. Inside, Lee finds Pedigo cutting. She gets the finish. Lauren Lee, the find.
Yeah, good job there by Lee and Pedigo just to keep her head up, and was able to get there in the middle of the lane for an easy layup.
62-33, Raines open on the wing, can't shoot. Now will drive in, pitches it back out. Nicholson open, 3 on the way for her, no good. Rebound, Sutton going to be called for a foul here. She was trying to box out Washington, and let's hope Washington's okay. Sutton kind of got folded up a bit, then Washington may have taken the worst end of that on the box out.
That's her third personal.
So it's going to be 3 on Sutton. And 2 shots coming here for Washington. Riley Wade will check back in. I believe she will get shooter. They may give Washington just a few seconds to catch her breath after that tumble should she hit the second free throw. This first one is good. 21.8 remaining here in the third period, 62-34. And the second free throw good, so Washington will check out. By far, Benedictine's most impressive quarter offensively.
Well, they were getting those shots in the first half. They just weren't falling. And here in the second half, they've capitalized on that. Washington hit a couple threes, some free throws.
62-35, Campbellsville on the dribble out front, Lauren Lee. Works around and gives it to Lake. 3 seconds, Lee. Little floating shot there is no good. Little contact at the free throw line. Just had to throw something up towards the rim, and the officials elect to have that one a play on. And that's where the third quarter will come to a close. 62-35 your score. The Lady Tigers lead big heading to the fourth quarter. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
E-Team sponsor, National Rental Car, official licensed ring partner, Mutual of Omaha Insurance, and Hometown Ticketing.
62-35, Campbellsville leads Benedictine here in the NAIA opening round. Both days of this event termed the opening round. I don't know, some might like regional better. I think they try to stay away from that terminology with the NCAA and different things.
It's still the second round.
Yeah, today is kind of the second round. Then it becomes the round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then, of course, the championship. The winner of this game moves on to take on Dort on Friday evening. That game is a 7 Eastern time tip-off in Sioux City, and as long as nothing bends or breaks, Benji Kelly and I will be there should the score hold.
That's, as you were talking about earlier, those were some of the plans that we went ahead and made, our airline tickets. So we'll be flying out on Wednesday, the chance to see some of the action there on Thursday, maybe go to the shoot-around practice with the team on Thursday, and then be there for that game on Friday evening.
As much as you have to travel, it makes it easier to go ahead because worst case scenario, it's just an IOU.
Well, it is.
And you can use that
I tell you,
plane fare later.
I finally used all of my IOUs from COVID.
Yeah. Inside looking for Brzezowski. Knocked away. Smarin comes out of there with it. Her shot no good. And McGeorge claims the rebound for Campbellsville. The other way for CU. It's Maddie Boyle off the wing near side. Out front, Pedigo. Right wing Pritchett holds as Brzezowski defends. Wanted the entry there to Calvert on the cut, not there. And now Pritchett navigates her way through traffic. Back to Calvert on the wing. She enters to Pritchett, faces up briefly. McGeorge the screen, and Calvert the other side. Ball knocked out of bounds with 4 on the shot clock. Actually, it'll tick once more and be 3 showing.
Well, it's hard to get a good look shot off 3 seconds on an out-of-bounds play, but I know Campbellsville has got a design here, and I believe it's probably going to go to – okay, we'll go outside.
Boyle in the corner. Long 2 is no good.
Well, that's a good look with 3 seconds. I tell you, a lot of times you're not able to get that good of a look.
62-35, long ahead. Nicholson wants Brzezowski. Pettigo ties it up briefly, and we'll go to the arrow once again, and it favors, I believe, Campbellsville.
It does, yeah. I think they've been a little quick on these whistles for these jump
yeah,
balls.
for sure.
I mean, that one, if you'd have let it play through, that would have been Benedictine able to keep it there, but sometimes delaying a half a second, a lot can happen.
Calvert back to Pettigo. 62-35 remains the score here as CU works with the basketball. Pettigo off the wing. Now Boyle straight away. Defended by Wade. Left side Pettigo. McGeorge sets the screen. She rolls, not there. Pritchett left wing entry. McGeorge, and she's fouled by Smarin.
Good entry pass, good ball movement there by the Lady Tigers. Smarin, that is her third foul here, first on the team.
Smarin, that's her third, team first.
First in the period here on Benedictine, and Pettigo will head down and pitch it in. She throws it deep out to Pritchett. Pritchett works, creates a little room there. Now McGeorge out to Boyle. She'll deck it and leave it with Pettigo now. Pettigo with 9 to shoot, backing away from Raines. Pritchett works off the McGeorge screen. Going to take the pull-up jumper. No good. Short. Calvert taps it away from the tall trees. And we've got a timeout taken by Ginger High Colvin. How about Shyla Calvert?
The shortest one out there, and she's able to go up there against the trees and get that rebound and a heads-up out of bounds, or a heads-up timeout call there by Coach Colvin.
This will go to the media. We'll keep it here. Look at some of these other scores, Benji. It's been hard to get to all of this today.
Yeah.
It's fun to keep up with, but it's tough when you're playing. It's nice to sit back and watch a bit, but when you're in the middle
well,
of
they're all
action,
going on at the
yeah.
same time. You know, normally, as you said, you and I were able to watch a little bit, but right now you got Southeastern, the overall number 1 seed in the tournament. They're in a tight one against Rust. It's 57-54 with 5-6 minutes to go in the game, so that's a bit of surprise there for me, but another Mid-South Conference team, Matt, Bethel, Tennessee, up on Dakota Wesleyan at half.
Certainly wish Chris Nelson's bunch well. We'd love to
see a few more Mid-South teams out there.
Pikeville falling in a heartbreaker. Hopefully Bethel can get there. You know, I thought Rick Reeves' bunch, would have a really good shot should they advance and played Southeastern today. And you can see that was a tightly contested game with them and Rust yesterday. Rust giving Southeastern a bit of a match here, and there's a long way to go there. 6 minutes or so to play in that one. 3-point game, so that would be your potentially your first major upset. You've had some 5s go down. In fact, the only 5 to advance out of yesterday was Dort,
and they're in
that's
Sweet 16,
the one that Campbellsville or Benedictine will play.
Yeah, there was 5 upsets, and 2 of those were actually Mid-South Conference teams in Bethel and Pikeville.
Yep. 62-35, Pettigo will trigger it in deep in the corner here on the baseline. You can't get any further in the corner without being on the sideline. In fact, here is Pritchett. Hands it off to Pettigo. Pettigo out front. Pritchett bounces to McGeorge inside, creates room, goes up, little scoop shot is good for Ashley McGeorge.
She has really perfected that this year, being a little more aggressive on the offensive end. We saw it in the Mid-South Conference tournament. Ashley McGeorge playing her best basketball.
Pettigo steals it, knocks it away. She'll come to the other end, go left side of the lane. Shot up, no good. Calvert can't grab it before it's knocked away. Pritchett off to Pettigo. Bailey's missed a few around the rim today. Calvert open left side. 3 on the way is no good. And this rebound taken in by Wade. Here comes Washington. 64-35. Lost the handle. Stays with it. And back out front to Wade. A line change coming for Campbellsville. Entry here quickly. Carrasquillo going to go to work. Looking. And dumps it across to, well, that's not her teammate. That was Pettigo there. I think she thought Smarin was going to be in the area. 64-35. Campbellsville with the basketball. Pritchett holds it. Boyle cuts, goes up. She gets the bucket. Courtney Pritchett with the setup. And a full timeout taken by Coach Chad Folsom. And we've got our pals, Brett Pierce and Zach Clements, out in North Dakota. Benji, and Coach Miracle has his club in prime position.
Boy, they do, don't
for
they?
Another NAIA national championship as the Lady Tiger wrestling team up, I believe, 30 points.
30 and a half points, I believe, going into that final championship session. So once again, Coach Miracle got his team there for another chance to bring home a red banner.
Got 3 Lady Tiger wrestlers with an opportunity to win a national championship. Brett had mentioned earlier that
probably, I think mathematically it may already be a lot.
I don't know how that works. Somebody else, yeah, but
because you do, even if you don't win your championship match, you still get points for that runner-up.
Lila Castro, Kenya Sloan, and Emma Walker all vying for national titles individually tonight. Several Lady Tiger wrestlers placed, and 8 All-Americans already. You've got Randy Robeson, Michaela Campbell, Kendra Thompson, Liliana Vergara, and Caitlin Pizzo. So congratulations to the entire Lady Tiger wrestling team, and we certainly wish them well this evening.
North Dakota.
The temperature this morning was 0.
Yeah, it felt like that here.
Just about. 66-35. Brzezowski works inside, has it tied up by Faith Lake.
Number 9.
You got it. I've seen enough of those. Hitchhikers could take a real lesson from the thumbs in the air here.
Paul said that's a good point.
And right off the back of Wilkes, and Anna San Juan did everything right except finish. Pitched it in off the back of Wilkes. And Caitlin at 6'3", able to recover enough and get in her way.
Team second. Entering the game for Benedictine, number 12, at the Runabout.
And Runabout back in. That foul on San Juan, her first. Second on the Lady Ravens. 6:38 to play in the basketball game. Lauren Lee with it. 66-35 your score. Campbellsville the advantage. Wilkes out front. Left side Lee. Pressured. Now Lake. That is Lexi Lake. She needs help. Has Lee. Lee gets the step. Ball's tapped away from her. And Washington comes out of there with it. Lexi Lake nearly a back tap. Washington, a floater, no good as she runs into Sutton. Washington just looks like she's a little banged up here. Lee bounces left, block, and that is good for Caitlin Wilkes.
Yeah, good bounce pass, Lauren Lee. Just right amount of dribbles, brought that defense over. Nice bounce pass to Caitlin Wilkes.
Smarin off the elbow, kicks it into the corner. This is a 3 taken by Runabaum. It's no good. Smarin the rebound. Pass out to Washington. Washington avoids the defender. Now over to San Juan, and she'll take the pull-up jumper just inside the elbow, and that's good.
Good strong move there by San Juan. The pump fake on the three-point wing was able to get to about 12 feet and hit a little jumper.
I believe that last rebound for Smarin here is Faith Lake missed the running shot. I believe, according to Josh Pound, she needed 6, and we've got her statted with, now she's up to 7. Did she just grab that one? So
good for her.
68-37. I know she would have much rather had the win, but here she gets a running lay-in.
It's still those personal accolades. That'll be something she'll always remember. The senior
and I don't know, she may have another year.
Well,
that's one thing with some of these schools. I don't know if Smarin's coming back, which it would have been a formality if that were to happen. Here is Sutton in the corner to Faith Lake and back out top to Lee. But as someone who was once the all-time leading scorer at Campbellsville University, you know about that.
Well, it is. It's something that you always remember. And
there's Lake with a jumper and a long two. Good for Lexi Lake. Little mid-range show-off.
Good to see her shooting the ball really well.
70-39, 31 points the margin. 4.5 minutes to go. Campbellsville creeping closer to the trip to Sioux City. Runabout wanted the back door for Washington. Nice job by Lauren Lee to stay with it. San Juan splits defenders, drives in, and throws up a little scoop shot. No good. Rebound taken by Wilkes. Shovels it to Sutton, and now Faith Lake will bring it the other way. Out to Lee. Works around Washington, now backs away. 4 minutes to go. Lee off the wing. Wants Wilkes, and Washington with the active hands knocks it out of bounds.
Wouldn't be surprised some substitutions here shortly from Coach Calden. Maybe get some of those players that don't normally see some action.
Lauren Lee played all 40 minutes yesterday, and the Lady Tigers needed them today. A bit of an easier effort for her, not required to play all 40 as Faith Lake misses that shot. 70-39. Left side, San Juan skips it, and Sutton again. She picks one off.
Defensive back right there.
Matt Atwood over there, he may need to sign Sarah Sutton, play a little safety.
Well, there's flag football that's coming to Gamblesville.
Chris Kidwell, Jeff Richardson could use Sarah perhaps. She'll back away on the baseline. Now Lake on around to Boyle. She'll drive at San Juan, goes up the shot. That is blocked by Brzezowski. She picks it up, and here comes San Juan the other way. Far side, Washington backs up and pitches it out to Brzezowski. Thought about hoisting that three. Instead, leaves it for Smarin underneath. She'll go to work against Wilkes. Off glass, no good. Brzezowski knocked it around a few times, and finally Campbellsville comes out. We got a 6-car pileup underneath the rim there, and bodies everywhere. Campbellsville the other way.
And here comes the substitutes.
And we're going to get just about everybody. Folks, this last 2 minutes or so, I won't know anyone's name in black over here. I don't know the Lady Tigers, but deep down the Benedictine bench as Lake is open again. Three is short. Nothing but net, but a little short. Didn't go through the rim.
Well, this is just a really good victory here for the Lady Tigers, Matt. They pretty much dominated this game from start to finish.
70-39 for Campbellsville. You see Elizabeth Bertram checking in. Burt, 5'6", sophomore guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Maddie Nally in as well, 6'2", a sophomore forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Madison Drummond, 6 foot, a sophomore forward from Hebron, Kentucky. And Ashanti Gore, 5'11", a sophomore forward from Glasgow, Kentucky. Maddie Boyle remains out there for Campbellsville. We'll see who all is in there for Coach Folsom. That's actually Nicholson, so we've seen a few of these young ladies here. And Madeline Melton in there as this ball goes through the legs of Jennifer Jacobs. It's picked up by Raina Jasper. Jasper out to Jacobs. She'll drive, throws one up the right hand off balance. No good, and that will be a shot clock violation. Jasper, 5'6", freshman guard from Garnett, Kansas. Also, Madeline Melton, 5'11", a freshman guard from Lewisburg, Kansas. I believe those were the only two new players in for Coach Folsom and company. 70-39 remains the count. Lady Tigers trying to wrap up this last few minutes and cut down the nets. They'll do a little net trimming here at Bowling Green for the second time. Inside, Gore looking for Bertram. Nally picked it up briefly, then it was poked out of her hand. The other way, this is Melton, gets inside of the shot. Excuse me, that is actually Riley Wade. And she gets the lay-in. 70-41 the count. 1:25 to play. Boyle inside. Gore catches, and it goes. Ashanti Gore met a little resistance there, but able to get the finish.
Got the finish. Ashanti Gore from Glasgow, Kentucky. Nice young lady right there.
72-41, 1:05 to play. Inside, Melton bounces to Jacobs. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Drummond's defends for CU. Now driving is Jasper. She runs into Drummond's, and we'll have a foul call here against Campbellsville. This one will go against Maddie Drummond's. First on the Lady Tigers in the fourth quarter. 54.2 seconds remaining. Nicholson looks, pitches it left side. This is Jasper for three, and that's good. Raina Jasper with a three-point field goal.
Jasper. Shot by Jasper there.
72-44. Lady Tigers may have one shot remaining in this basketball game. Boyle on the wing, hounded by Nicholson. Feeds it. Drummond's going to go to work. Spinning, goes up the shot. Good for Maddie Drummond's down low.
Nice post move, Maddie Drummond's from Connor High School.
I like to see Maddie patient right there. Didn't rush that.
Didn't rush it and actually took what the defense gave her.
Across the lane is Wade. Pitches it out to Nicholson. Inside the entry. Knocked
nice
away.
Defense.
Gore able to get around Jacobs. Ginger High Colvin like a third base coach with the hands up. And Campbellsville with 9 seconds, dribbling it out. 74-44 the score. The Lady Tigers will advance for the 9th consecutive NAIA tournament to the round of 16. What an impressive run for Coach Ginger High Colvin. 9 times consecutively they have been among the final 16 teams standing as she exchanges pleasantries with Coach Chad Folsom. And now the remainder of this Benedictine roster in Campbellsville will slap hands. And big win for Campbellsville. We'll head out to Sioux City, Benji, and 4 wins away from something special.
You know, we're one of 16 teams now that have an opportunity to cut the big nets down in Sioux City, Iowa, and we already know our opponent, the Dort from Dort, Iowa. I believe it's probably about 45 minutes to an hour away from Sioux City, so I expect a large contingent of Dort fans to be there. So all you Lady Tiger basketball fans, if you have an opportunity, I would encourage you to get out to Sioux City. It's a beautiful venue. That city has hosted many NAIA championships. They welcome all of our teams, and we're looking forward to getting out there again and having a chance to advance in this tournament.
Campbellsville will get the banner here. We'll try to carry some of this post-game as you've got Mid-South Conference Commissioner Eric Ward out there, and Willis Pooler, who is the athletic director of Lindsey Wilson College, and they will present the Lady Tigers.
Congratulations to the Lady Tigers
with the opening round trophy. Campbellsville will get a few photos here, and then they'll get the ladders out. Ladders already out. Getting those ready as Campbellsville University picked up that trophy last year in
Lakeland, Florida.
Benji and I were out of there like we had stole something. We were on the road.
We had a 6 a.m. flight the next morning.
Early flight, and we didn't get to stay and witness some of this stuff last season. We'll carry a few moments and wait for Ginger High Colvin to make her way up. But let's take a look at some of the numbers while we've got some views for folks to take a look at there as Campbellsville gets that banner and they'll trim the nets. Lady Tigers finished 51.8% from the floor today. They were 29 of 56, 10 of 16 from long range, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. For Benedictine, 30.6% from the floor. They were 15 of 49, just 4 of 18 from deep. That's 22%, and 10 of 11 from the charity stripe. Campbellsville led in scoring today, a game-high 16 points for Courtney Pritchett, 7 of 10 shooting, 2 Edward Jones threes for Swiss. 12 apiece for Lexi, Lake, and Sarah Sutton. Lake knocking in 3 Edward Jones threes with 2 dimes. Sutton 4 of 7 from deep, 3 rebounds, a couple of steals today for Sutton as well. Lady Tigers get 8 apiece from Bailey Pettigo and Ashley McGeorge. McGeorge 8 points, 2 rebounds on 3 of 7 shooting, 8 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, and 3 steals for Pettigo here today. CU gets 5 from Maddie Boyle to go with 4 assists, 4 from Caitlin Wilkes to go with 4 rebounds, 2 each for Ashanti Gore, Lauren Lee, and Madison Drummonds. Maddie Nally, nope, check that. That's Faith Lake also with 2 points today. Shyla Calvert had 1 for the Lady Tigers to round out the scoring. Lauren Lee just 2 points today, but she had 10 assists for Campbellsville University, 3 off her career high of 13, which she's done twice. So a nice performance for Lauren Lee here in this one. For Benedictine, 10 each from Skylar Washington and Allie Brzezowski. Washington struggled a bit in the first half, got rolling in the second half, just not enough offensively for Benedictine today. 6 points for Natalie Smarin as she breaks their all-time rebounding record, so we do congratulate her on that. Aaliyah Raines had 7 in this one. 3 off the bench for Raina Jasper, 2 each for Kyra Mizaraka, Riley Wade, and Anna Senwan. Heather Runnebaum had 2 as well. Rebounding, Campbellsville 23 to 25. The rebounding advantage for Benedictine ever so slightly. 10 offensive rebounds for Benedictine, just 5 for the Lady Tigers. Campbellsville finishes with 24 assists on their 29 made baskets, 8 steals, and 12 turnovers. 9 assists, 3 steals, 18 turnovers for Benedictine. Coach Ginger High Colvin joins me. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Always fun to make that trip to the national tournament. It's changed somewhat over the years. Now the national tournament comes to you to some degree, but you'll go out to Sioux City the 9th year in a row. You've been among the final 16 teams standing. Pretty cool stuff.
9th year in a row.
9th year in a row.
I did not realize that.
9th tournament in a row if you count that COVID year in there. But
what does that say, man, about the kids that have played in this program? That's awesome. That's outstanding.
Today, you guys were really good shooting the ball in the first half. You're really good across the board. Early, what was it? You kind of set a tone and got Benedictine a bit on their heels and got
I feel like everything we did poorly yesterday, we came out and did well today. And when you shoot good shots and the ball goes through the rim, good things happen. And we just shot the ball well. Hopefully we always defend well, and we did, and we defended well, and on top of that, we saw a lot of shots go through, and man, oh man, how good was it to see the shots go through for Lexi Lake today.
Lexi got rolling late a bit, and hopefully that's something that will carry over for her. Sarah Sutton likes shooting in this gym for whatever reason. Actually, I think Sarah likes shooting in every gym. Even if they don't fall for her. And then Courtney Pritchett, man, she got going in the first half, 6 of 6, had 14 first half points. Everybody contributed in different ways.
Well, they're so big in both post spots, and we really wanted to do some things to drag Courtney out a little bit farther, and we did. And it's nice to see your game plan kind of come around, and we tried to clear her out a little bit, and then their foul trouble. They got 33 got in foul trouble early, and Ashley didn't make baskets, but she went at her. And I'm saying she didn't make baskets early, but she went at that kid, got her in foul trouble. I think she played 7-9 minutes the first half, and that changed the game as well.
You were able to turn them over 18 times, and it's a team that rebounds really well. I know that was one thing that you kind of had to monitor a bit, and you did really good on the glass also.
Well, and this is our style, play, pressing and getting out and running what we do. And when we were able to get back in that, it was like we were home again. And to be able to play that way, it helped us so much.
Cutting these nets down never gets old. I won't keep you too awful long, but you'll go to Sioux City. You'll play Dort. I know you haven't looked.
I didn't know that,
so Dort knocked off Sterling. I think 1 point was the 66-65.
I knew that would be a close one today, yeah.
So
Dort's a good team.
Yeah.
Dort's a very good team.
You'll have, the good news is you have a little time to look
prepare,
at them.
Right, yeah.
So, but congratulations, Coach. I'll let you celebrate with your team, and we'll see you in Sioux City.
Thanks, Matt.
Ginger High Colvin and the Lady Tigers victorious 74-44. The final score here as they knock off Benedictine. Taking a look here at some of the enhanced scoring numbers quickly. The Lady Tigers in the paint with a 28-18 advantage. Off turnovers, 20-6 in favor of CU. Second chance points in favor of Benedictine, 13-2. And the Lady Tigers in bench points, 28-11. The advantage 3 times the score was tied. Once the lead changed hands, Campbellsville's largest lead was 33 points midway through the fourth quarter. For Benedictine, their largest advantage was 2 points. Campbellsville picks up their 31st win of the season. They are now 31-4 on the year. Benedictine falls to 22-11 to conclude their year. Benji, all in all, a complete performance for the Lady Tigers. Phenomenal. They hold Benedictine to single-digit points in 3 of the 4 quarters in this one. That says a lot.
That says a lot, and they were I just told Coach Collins, it's the best game you played, 40 minutes on both ends of the court, offense and defense. You stuck to the game plan, executed it properly. And if we do that, I'm telling you, keep shooting the ball the way that they're shooting, they've got a chance to make a deep, deep run. So they had fun out there this afternoon.
What do you think about Friday at 7? We get together and do this thing again.
I think so.
A little bit of a road trip, maybe a steak on Rusty Hollinsworth somewhere.
Yeah, you never know.
We'll see what we can come up with.
One restaurant there at the hotel was pretty good last year.
Jim Hardy's in North Dakota. I'm not sure if he's going to make it down to Sioux City or not. His mustache may have froze off this morning.
That's true.
Come out there he's with the Lady Tiger wrestling team, so he may have a few days to work on the whiskers and get them back. But we'll do it again here in a few days, my friend. Thanks as always, Benji Kelly on color commentary this weekend. We want to send a special thank you to Campbellsville University President Dr. Joseph Hopkins for his support of our broadcast here tonight and over the course of the weekend all year long. Vice President for Athletics Rusty Hollinsworth, Director of Athletics Jim Hardy, WLCU TV and FM General Manager Jeannie Clark. We say a special thank you to her as well. Sheldon Dossett on site handling the stats program and different things. Tori Cox producing our broadcast on FM, whether you've been following on 88.7 The Tiger or 104.7 The Score. Zach Wilson, Paul Taylor here handling our video streaming coverage this weekend, and Benji Kelly, of course, on color commentary. The Lady Tigers back in action Friday evening, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, the start as they will take on Dordt in Sioux City. We'll have coverage on 88.7 The Tiger, 104.7 The Score for you of that one. Stay tuned to CampbellsvilleTigers.com for all of the information that will come out as the Lady Tigers advance to the round of 16. Victorious today over Benedictine. The final score 74-44. You've been following the Lady Tigers in the NAIA opening round on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.